Hello guys, welcome to our channel. And in this session, we will continue our unit 1 of MMPC 001. In last part, we just discussed the meaning and definition of management. And today's video, we will start with nature of management and followed by characteristics of management, administration and management, and the importance of management. Okay, so let's start. It's a debate topic, nature of management, because what is it, is science or art? That was the topic behind this debate. Okay, a debate continued for quite long on what exactly is the nature of management. One school of thought argues that management is science, which the other school of thought disagree and view as art. It is an art. Okay, and science represent a systematic body of knowledge with underlying principles that have universal application. Scientific procedure depends on reliability and validity based on experimentation and generalization. One of the principles of science also is to explain the cause and effect phenomena with a disciplined imagination. Applying these principles, management over the years has developed certain principles, law, theories, and generalization which could be applied universally in a variety of organizations. Okay, and Luther Gulick, the author Luther Gulick argues that management has a body of knowledge with the underlying principles and is the process of being called science. Okay, that is Luther Gulick's opinion. And he also contended that the interrelationship in business scenario was being scientifically and systematically explained with the emerging theories tested and proven and improved by logic and the fact on the ground. Scientific management proposed by F.W. Taylor. Okay, in meaning also we just saw the F.W. Taylor's definition. So F.W. Taylor is a one of the important author in management area. Okay, was termed as scientific management, which is proof enough for the status of science based on a numbers of experiments on the human being on the shop floor using management techniques. As the field does not enjoy the status of an exact science in the nature of pure science like physics, chemistry, etc., some argue it is an inexact science. Okay, it's not a totally science because its nature is different from science subjects. Okay, but there is some theories also, facts also, that's why it's called science. And management deals with the human being and it is difficult to verify and predict the complex human behavior. The dynamics nature of management complicated it all the more in terms of verifiability, reliability, predictability, and generalization. Further, management has to account for the contextual variation, which also make difficult to prove that exactness of science. And however, the scientific procedure, systematic analysis, and methodological rigor used in management research, along with the advanced tools and techniques, provides the field the much needed status to the discipline. And research in the allied areas like mathematics, statistics, and psychology have added the science forward to the discipline. Okay, some science nature is there in this subject. In contrast, the other school of management thought argues that management cannot be equated with the logical, sequential, and scientific methodology for basic science and hence views management as an art. George Terry, a management thinker, states that management is bring about desired result through the application of skills. So it's a based on skill. Okay, because a manager needed a communication skill and manageable skills are there. So it is based on skill. Art related to the application of theories and principles in problem solving activities. The manager applies his skill and competency built through his experience, exposure, coupled with the intuition and judgment while discharging the function of managerial decision making. And continuous effort and deliberate practice makes the managers successful managers, and they try to develop this art through skillful function could be attributed to the mastery of this art by the managers. While the debate of management as a science of an art still continues, a third group of scholars contended that management could be combination of both art and science. So some of them concluded with this, what is the nature of management? It's, some others says that it is a science, some said that it is a skillful work, that is because of its art, and some says that this nature is both science and art. Okay, so they argue that managerial activity is a creative art. It is becoming more scientific in nature. In addition, the theories and practices knowledge unique characteristics which make it and a distinct field. The nature of management could also be understood in terms of its status as a profession, and it is a professional subject also. Okay, a profession by definition is a certified vocation of individuals that enable applying the basic principles and practices under a certain code of conduct. Give the above definition, effort has been made to consider to management as profession. The criteria for profession according to Edgar Scheele, it's a psychologist in managemental area, Edgar Scheele. He says that why it is profession. Okay, criteria for profession, it's a codified body of knowledge, a long period of formal education and training, a specified criteria for entry, a code of conduct or code of ethics is there, professional tools or techniques, and specified field of study and profession body or association. These being a criteria to categorize profession, management over its evolution has created a body of knowledge with underlying principles that could be applied uniformly across a variety of organization. Most managers also go through a systematically prepared formal education in B school, university, and completed the prescribed training in the course of the managerial functions. Okay, so nature of management subject is based on their different theories. Okay, so you can also make the nature by your own way. And in addition, specialist accreditation agencies like NAC, NBC in the Indian context evaluated the progress of teaching learning institution across the education institution in a country. And moreover, companies insist on ethical behavior demonstrated by strict code of conduct. All these have instilled professionalism into the managerial function. The Association of Indian Management School, AIMS, that is Association of Indian Management School, examines and monitor the theory and practice of management by bringing together the academic institutions as a members to deliberate and status of imparting business education and training in India. On the other hand, AIMA, which is the All India Management Association, bring together majorly the practicing managers to discuss and deliberate on the practical issues faced by the managers. The efforts of these agencies along with the nation and global policy makes management to be considered a profession, with managers as a professional offering professional services like any other profession, law, accounting, etc. The field of management is slowly but surely attaining the status of a profession. In addition to the various perspectives put forward by different schools of thought, the nature of management could also be understood through a variety of characteristics that the field demonstrate. The characteristics of management are discussed in the following section. Okay, so next section we will discuss the characteristics of management. Okay, management is characterized by few elements. Management is a group activity. Okay, it's a group activity. Since the organization reflects the social dimension where individuals interact with each other in getting things done, individual efforts alone doesn't guarantee results. Moreover, management cannot be done in isolation and hence included group activity. Management is thus seen as integrating individual effort through organization group activity. Okay, it's a group activity, that is first characteristics of management. Okay, this is the first one. And second one is management is a universal in its application. It's a universal in nature. Management applied to government, business enterprises, education institution, military, medical and non-governmental organization in equal measure. The principle of management suggested by the German industrial psychologist Henry Fayol. Okay, Henry Fayol. आपको आपका जो हिसाब से प्रोनाउंस कर सकते हैं ऑथर्स का नेम, सो आपको कैसे स्पेल कर सकते हैं वो हिसाब से आप प्रोनाउंस कर लेना. ओके, बस स्पेलिंग सही होना चाहिए. ओके, सो हेनरी फायल are considered as grading principle which could be adapted to specific organizational conduct. So this is the second characteristics of management. It's a universal in nature and the management it is a group activity. And what is third one is management is a continuous activity. It is a continuous process. Okay, management is dynamic in nature and hence is continuous. The ever-changing organizational activity provides continuity to management function. And the fourth one is it's an integrated effort. It is an integrated effort. Why it is an integrated effort? So that is this is a process of management integrated human and other resources in the achievement of objectives of the organization. In the process, the individual goals and the organizational goals get aligned for effective functioning of the organization. That is the fourth characteristics of the management. And fifth one is management as a well-defined process. It is a well-defined process. It is considered a unique because of well-defined and clear-cut process of getting things done through the various function of management. And the sixth one is management is objective driven and result oriented. Organization have clearly marked objectives and goals, the accomplishment of which is systematically driven by the management function. Okay, there is one specific objective is there and it is a result oriented process. And the seventh point is management as a set of roles and skills. So there is specific set of roles and skills is there for management area. It refers to an individual or group of individual who are actively involved in managerial function. The individual are designated as managers and the group as management. Okay, so individual as एक आदमी है तो उसको मैनेजर बोलते हैं and group of people है तो इसको क्या बोलते हैं, मैनेजमेंट बोलते हैं. Okay, and the managers are expected to learn the managerial skill to perform their managerial roles effectively. And eighth point is management as a function. It is a function process. Okay, management process is characterized by functions that the manager performs. They are planning. Okay, what all functions included in management is the first one is planning. Is very important. First of all, we need a plan for the organization and then organize that planning and then staffing that, and directing is very important and coordinating also there, and controlling and budgeting. These are the main areas of a management function. And the last point of the characteristics are management as it's a discipline. Management as a discipline refers to a body of knowledge with unique pedagogical tools as taught in various educational institutions to part of basic concept and principles relating to the practice of management. Its importance is demonstrated by the glut on the growth of B school across the globe and in India, and the way it enjoys a prominent place in popular perception. Okay, these are 9 points of characteristics of the management. And in next point we will discuss the management and administration. Okay, management and administration is the different part of an organization. It is used interchangeably in most discourses, and although they differ significantly in meaning and focus. Administration and management are represented by two groups, one led by British school of thought and the other led by American researchers. The British scholars argue that management is much wider and compared to administration. Management is a wider process than administration process. That is the British school argue that point. Okay, and they contended that administration related to carry out the activities at the operational level. And scholars like Orville Tate एंड विलियम स्प्रिंगल आप लोगों का तरफ से प्रोनाउंस कर सकते हैं ऑथर्स का नाम and William Sprigal, supporting the American school, advocate that administration is the thinking function and management is the implementing function. The role of administration according to them is policy formulation, while managers implement the policy and get involved in day-to-day operations. Okay. And British school of thought argue that management is superior to administration. Okay, management is superior to administration. The focus of administration is on the immediate problems, while the management focus is on the long-term objective. They maintain that management involves itself in the rule making or rule enforcing, while administration engage itself with the situation on one hand. According to them, management is a comprehensive concept and administration is a part of this. However, the contemporary thinking equates management and administration. Keith Davis is a supporter of this thinking. According to him, management process is essentially the same in all the organization, and hence the management and administration have to essentially go through the same process, and hence they remain the same. Okay, so these are the thoughts from different school, that is British school and American school, and also the thoughts of different authors also here. So you just mention these on your exam point of view. Okay, and Harold Kunz also maintained the same stand by observing that any distinction made between the two will be misleading exercise. These observation by the modern thinkers has drawn a line between the two, making them distinct and unique. So, administration and management are the different part of a same organization. Okay, and our next portion is the importance of management. Why management is important here? Okay, there is 4-5 points are there why it's important. Management plays an important role in an organization irrespective of the size, scale, scope and sector. It facilitates the growth of an organization and stimulates its activities so that the desired results could be achieved. It is important because of the following reason. Why management is important in this course? Okay, the first point is effective management leads to optimum utilization of resources. Okay, so resource को कैसे manage कर सकते हैं? Optimum utilization of resources, and factors like men, material, money, machine can be effectively utilized only through management. Okay, it's a managerial process. That's why how to manage the resources effectively. That's the first point. And in second point, organizations function through team and groups. Okay, a organization only function through a teamwork or group work. Okay, managers provide the leadership and direct the members of the team and towards achieve of group and organizational goals. This management facilitates the achievement of the individual, team and organizational goals by leading them towards the achievement of the desired objective. And the third point is, what is third point? Management helps in the smooth functioning of the organization through a proper allocation of tasks and to the members and monitoring the implementation effectively. This helps the organization to have cordial interpersonal employee relations and sound industrial relation in the organization. Okay, and the fourth point is organization are influenced by a number of internal and external challenges in the organizational environment. The planned activity might get displaced in the event of uncertainty and suddenness of change. So, management monitors such a changes in the environment and take care of planned activity by helping the employee to adapt to the change situation. The recent adaptation to the change at the workplace due to pandemic is an excellent example of such a situation. Okay, suddenly जो भी emergency आ रहे तो suddenly उसके लिए prepare करना, it's the main function of the management. Okay, and management contributes significantly to improve in the standard of the organization. Successful managers innovate practices which lead to an improvement of individuals and organizational standards, thus facilitate the creation of best practice in the organization. For example, every year the list of most admired companies globally and most admired CEOs serve as an example of the improvement in the standard of the both the industry leaders and the organization. Okay, these are the 5 points of why important in the management area. Okay, and in this unit we will discuss functions of management. Okay, what are the functions of we already discussed some functions before, so now detailedly we will discuss functions, what are the functions in the management level. Okay, there is challenges of also there. After that, challenges and functions are the important part of the management area that we will discuss next. Okay, that's for today's session. Thank you so much.